Off we go from Denver. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. His first carry. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. That's into a crowd and intercepted. After the turnover, here's Murray. This is caught. Touchdown. Great effort there. Good touchdown number 7 on the year. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. Kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Back to throw. Hunter. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. This pass caught by Hamler. Touchdown, Broncos. K.J. Hamler, 37 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. That'll make the score 14-0. kick this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Hines. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Murray now on 1st down. And that's complete. It's Sims. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Murray going to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. To throw, it's Murray. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Kyler Murray, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Broncos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now it's Hines. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Here's Hines. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Hunter. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through it, driving for an 8-yard loss. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. An update now from out in Southern California. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. And we'll keep an eye on that one moving forward as we wrap up the first month of NFL football. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
21-0 our score after 1. Murray now on first down. That's caught by Sims. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Throwing on first down is Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They go play action here on first down. And here he's got Grant. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. In motion, Hill. Now a play fake here on first down. That one complete to Hill. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
It's a second down run with Sanders. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Slot man moves right. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Simms going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that,
and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. They run with Hines. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He's going to try and take off with it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Slot man moves right. On 1st and 10, Hunter. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Second down, it's Henderson, and he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The play fake. Hunter. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. Good move, but not much to show for it. Still inside the 5. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's Murray back near his goal line. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
A give running left, it's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll go again with Sanders. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
They'll run with Sanders. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Miles Sanders, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Murray now to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side, sent the tight end a few steps down the field, and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He gets it to Sims, complete. Another timeout call for the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. First down, Murray. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter three is underway. Simms going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working really well. Most importantly,
and they went with the title of the lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. And the coaches were the perfections in a lot of ways, but they saw that first half.
So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Murray now. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
To throw again on second down. Murray, he'll drop it off to McAllister as running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now Murray. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the gun, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hunter. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Back to throw again. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. This is Hines. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 4th down. Hunter. He is going to find Hill here. He will have the conversion and more than that. Touchdown Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. 27 yards. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Patterson now for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Broncos 35, Dolphins 21. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Sims going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25. Offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Here's Murray. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray flush to his right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll get 34 yards there. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
Following the fumble recovery, Hunter. And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there, but obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Play fake. Murray out to his left. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Murray. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Hill on the return. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And going deep for Hill. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy. And can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Murray now on 1st down. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Sims. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 33 yards that time.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you said, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. On the move to his left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. This to make it a 3-score game late, and his kick is indeed good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work if he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. He's going to go up top again. And my goodness, another interception. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Murray going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sims. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. The throw taken in by Sims. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Back to throw it, Murray. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Now, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Murray again. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Murray and company going for it on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And now here is another interception. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Here's Murray. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
To throw, it's Murray. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Off-play action. Hunter. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Hunter. And my goodness, another interception. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like the game before their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Looks like he'll throw here. And oh, it'll be intercepted. picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here. And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again. Scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything